car.
Oh,
it's live now.
Okay, I think we're good. It says we are for
You
6
good?
seconds.
You good?
Okay, perfect.
Hello.
We good. We good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Prelude featuring Scotty and Jamar 84. Scotty is away getting her life slain by Miss Fantasia at the current moment, but we are still able to host due to technology. Amen. And we have a returning guest, one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Hershii LicQuor from Chasing Reality, Chasing LA, seasons 1 and now 2. How are you, baby?
That's me. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
So, I mean, tonight has been a night for as far as the episode after.
And we haven't even gotten started yet. That's the team.
And I think
We haven't even got started.
I mean, okay, so just off like last time in the first episode, you were like famously said how we just met and we've already met. So it's like now does the conflict feel like okay, it has a purpose? Does it feel like there's a reason for why we say the things that we say?
I feel like yeah, I would say yes for all of us, yes. I feel like everybody's gonna have, I had to think about it for a second because I feel like everybody's gonna have those people that you hear them argue and you're like, okay, what are y'all really fighting about? You're gonna have those because I have a couple of those, but for the most part, everybody's conflict, I guess you could say, not beef, starts from like an actual. You get to see what started it. We didn't just sit at the table and then I hate all of you. No, we actually started from a place. It was a nice soft start. I'll give production that they've been giving y'all a nice massage this season because like they ain't even showed a good half of what's about to happen.
And you know what? That's all that we wanted. We wanted just something to get us started before you just rammed us over the head.
Get on in there.
See, I wasn't trying to go there. I tried very hard not to go there.
No, Q took y'all notes. I told everybody tonight in the chat, like, y'all asked, listen, it's downhill from here. So y'all might as well, here we go.
Well,
and it does not stop.
I definitely have an assortment of questions. I was really hoping that, the conflict, I guess, that happened between everybody at the party and King Payne was going to be this week. Unfortunately, it is next week.
Yeah.
So, with you being now one of our recurring guests, because we've been doing this so long, and now we've had people that came a year ago coming back again. So we can't say the same questions. So in the past year since your last interview with us, what would you say was your greatest accomplishment? What are you most proud of?
Right now, I'm the most proud of having drag full time. Like that was the goal, and it's happening now. And I'll talk about it a little bit later, like in the show. But like it's harder than one anticipated. It is a little harder than I thought it was going to be. But that's my biggest accomplishment right now. Drag is like my job now.
I want to say I wish, but then I'm like, just for y'all that don't know, drag is very, very not only expensive but uncomfortable.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
As glamorous as as your favorite queens and local performers look, trust and believe their armpits are sweating, their toes are curling and hurting, and their heads are itchy.
When I tell you my pinky toes look like a moose knuckle now with these shoes, I can't stand when I'm working and somebody like I'm performing and doing my little thing. And Drag Race really kind of like skewed that a little bit. Like all the girls think that all drag queens are acrobats, that I don't do all of that. So like when I'm doing what I do because I have a certain type of performance that I like to give off. So when I am giving what I'm giving, they expected to see what they want to see on TV. They say I need to work for, some of the girls will try because they pretend out here in LA. I remember this one lady telling me, no, you need to work for the dollar. You need to give me a little bit more. I said, girl, you can keep it if I'm not giving you enough. I'm in 7 pairs of tights, pads, some boots, breasts, and it's 101 degrees outside. What more do you need? Girl, I look better than you and your husband is staring at me. That's enough.
And then the same person gives somebody more that does less.
And she looks, I'm not going to go there. But
We won't, because you know that's what I imagined in my mind. You know that's what I was imagining in my mind.
Baby.
So one of the more exciting things that I saw this past year is that we got to see your sister, your good Judy, Miss Cornbread, the Snack Jate.
Yes.
Full name on the platform of VH1, honey.
Yes.
Okay, how was it like watching Cornbread on the season?
It was. I didn't actually watch the season because I got more of it from when she got back home. So I already kind of knew what was going to happen. I already kind of knew what was going to happen. I got more excitement with it leading up to it because, and I'm hoping I'm not giving too much RT away, but I had to do all of what she had to pick up costumes and stuff to get ready for the show. Of course, I didn't know what she was doing, but like I had to do a whole bunch of driving back and forth and picking up the stuff. So being excited and seeing how excited she was, and then she was gone, and then she's back, and just that part was more exciting. Like watching her get excited because Cornbread, like she's a hood bitch, so she played tough. So like watching her like be vulnerable and all excited for her little moment, it was that part was more fun than like actually having the show play back.
That's what's up. I love Cornbread. I did meet her I saw her perform, I should say, very briefly one of the times when I was in LA. And I was like, she turns it. I love her.
She does. The whole House of Tay does. Like that's the House of Tay thing.
How many of y'all are active now?
5 of us now. So Calypso, who is part of the House of Balmain, winners of Legendary Season 1. Then there's Kyra. Kyra's all over LA, and she does a bunch of commercials and stuff. Cornbread. Then there's me, and then Calypso has a new daughter now. Her name is Hazel, and Hazel's on the ballroom scene real heavy as well. But she's starting to break into drag form more often.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, now that you're doing drag more often, I mean, would you ever go out for the race?
I can't talk about that publicly.
Well, you know what? Regardless if you go to summer camp or not,
maybe not.
We will be cheering. You know, baby, once I see it on my screen or whatever, I am going to screw. You know, I'm going to act a fool. You know, I acted a fool when you were announced for Chase in LA because I was like, what are the odds?
I know, right? Because I remember you being. We talked about this last time. I think about you all the time. Like she was literally just here, and we never crossed paths until she goes back to where I just came from.
That was so annoying. That was, and I don't get to go out to LA enough. Maybe like once a year for like DragCon, and that's about it.
I've been wanting to come back to Atlanta more often, but the way these plane tickets are set up, like
you ain't never lied. It's got a good at least 500-600.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
I would love to come, especially with me being cool with Drew now. Like I would love to come back and tear up Atlanta, like and show off.
You know what? Whenever you're ready, you know you got a place to stay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that because I will be knocking on your door.
And look, and that's fine. And that's fine. So I know we got a full house now. I can't really, you know. But next time I come there, we definitely got to hang out.
Absolutely.
So I mean, we kind of talked about this, but you know, I'll hear you say it first. Where do you see Hershii LicQuor in the next year?
In the next year, if I'm not at summer camp, I really want to keep on elevating. Like I'm in a space where I just want my drag to be like elevated, like to the next level, and then whatever the next level is on top of that. And I want to be traveling more too. Like some of the girls say I'm just local, but I'm not. I do travel, and I want to travel more often.
Mm-hmm.
Who said it and why they said it will come out later? Just know that girl's not important to me.
Oh.
It'll come out. Just know that she's not important to me.
Oh Lord, I can't even keep up with all the shade, child. So this is one of my new favorite questions that I like to start asking in our interviews for the people that are LGBT. So as queer people, we often find ourselves having to sort of hide, you know, large parts of ourselves while we're growing up just to sort of navigate and, you know, maneuver the world. So how did you navigate your queerness as a child or into early adolescence?
I mean, I didn't. I wasn't really exposed to what gay was until I was in my late teens. So it was always something that was in the air or something that somebody told me I was or probably was or could have been, but I didn't know what that meant. So like literally up until like 17, 18, I was literally just being myself. And I was heavy in the church circus. I was always at church cat. So I was always at church. And I always tell people like Tyler Perry was the first drag queen that I've ever saw. So I was trying to make videos. I have an old YouTube channel, all of that. I was just literally being myself. I didn't need to navigate it until I figured out that, this is what they meant by different. Because I started, getting into boys. I was like, okay, this is what everybody was talking about. Ooh. But by the time that happened, I was already like getting ready to graduate and leaving my house more often anyway. So I never really had to like dive into it with family. It was something it was a conversation that always got avoided. Like literally into my 20s. Yeah.
The Black Southern families, the topic of homosexuality can go really, up and
it went left. It went left a couple of times. I remember I just wanted to move in with a friend. And she just assumed that they were, which they were, but she didn't know. But she just assumed that they was gay. And we had a whole like brawl in the middle of the street. Me and my mama had a whole like brawl in the middle of the street. Like she throwing my stuff outside. Like we were going through a lot. This is like 2009. My parents had just got divorced, and I was trying to move out. My mom it was too much detachment for my mom at one time, and she wasn't checking for it.
I feel like that was when, like, right when you stopped doing YouTube. Was it around that? Because I feel like
that's when YouTube started dying off. Yeah.
I
didn't have a place to do it anymore. Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it. It was like I think you had just started. Well, did you just start?
I started in like 2007-ish. 2007-ish is when I started my YouTube videos, like on the regular, and it kind of like I didn't have really good friends around me, so like I was uploading videos and then taking them down and uploading them and taking them down. And around that time too, I didn't want to be considered. I wasn't checking for drag either, so I didn't want to be considered a girl. Is how I saw it. So I was trying to explore other stuff, but I was only funny, or people were only interested in my videos when I was dressed up. So it was a whole bunch of conflict of interest going on in area two, like 2008 to 2011. Those are some interesting years. Hell, girl, 2004 to 2011.
I mean, honest, I couldn't remember, and I'm sure we talked about this last time, of what it was or how I found you initially. I just remember your videos; they were funny and in black and white.
The music video. I'm gonna repost one.
You should,
because I'm gonna repost one because I have a lot of them. Yeah,
because now and that just leads into the next question. Like, you're the TikTok girl. Now you've taken that platform by storm. So it's like,
yeah.
How do you
try to get rid of me?
How do you honestly have time to? Because TikTok, at least it's almost like a job. Like, you have to really dedicate the time to it to build the following.
You do. Especially like at this point, technically I should be at the 500s of thousands, but TikTok be deleting me every couple of months. But I mean, I don't be on it as often as you think. I don't make as many videos as you think I would make. I talk about stuff that people don't want to talk about and say things that people try to shy away from. And I'm very direct. Like it's something I learned about myself. When I speak, people pay attention. So I don't know. That's just the gift that I have. When I say it, I stand on it.
This is true. And then you point out like a lot of the injustices that those of us on that platform have to endure, because it's been pointed out several times by several creators, and things are still the way that they are. But...
Yeah. And I have tried to change my content to like softer stuff, but like it just, I don't know, the other content doesn't work. It doesn't I am working on like doing that type of content. It is draining, especially now that I have a kid. Like this, I can't be immersed in it all day. So like I do want to change up my content because it's draining. It's draining, especially, and then being on Chase, while we're filming Chase in LA and the stuff that we have to deal with on there. all that negativity, it's a lot. So I do want to change up my content. I think it's actually a good thing that they're about to delete my channel again because I might have to just do a whole little switch up.
That's so annoying.
It is aggravating.
It's so annoying. But
It's very aggravating.
Now that because I saw them in the comments earlier, the House of Milan. She was asking if you need press-ons. She's done a lot of amazing press-ons for me, and I can forward you her stuff. So if you just, I don't know if
you can. I wear them for. I don't wear them for shows though. I wear press-ons for like photo shoots and stuff. So when I start taking my photo shoots, that's when I wear the press-ons. But like for shows and stuff, I try. I'm paying them money, that money just to lose them. It's not working for me.
If they be off before the show,
they will pop. I do too much. Like I be feeling myself. I'll flip through my hair. Like I perform. So like next thing I know, boom, pop, 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 pop. But no, send me her stuff. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. She sent me a lot of great things. And I mean, while we're backstage, or even later on, I think I have some in the back. I'll go ahead and show you. Like she does some incredible stuff.
Okay.
So we're now getting to see you on this second season of Chasing LA. So what was it that made you want to come back in the first place?
Well, one thing, I don't think I don't see me, as long as Chasing will have me, like even as far as I will go, as long as Chasing will have me, I'm going to be on it. I'm a fan of the brand and the channel, period. Like that's what, like I was watching it before like I even thought about being on it. So I'm just a fan of what Chasing Reality does for us. So I'm always gonna be down for Chase. As long as Chasing LA wants me on the show, I'm gonna be on it. What brought me back? I don't feel like, I don't know, I just never felt the first season, I didn't feel like I showed enough, which I'm glad the story that I did put out there like reached a lot of people. I didn't expect that. But I don't know, I feel like my particular story isn't what's out in our community a lot. Like I mean, there are people that are vocal about having HIV and HIV positive. But now this year, the new journey I'm on, having a kid now, that's not something that we see often. Me and him had a long conversation about it before we decided to do it, because I didn't want it to look like I was trying to like exploit my baby. But like we don't see. So it's like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then I also want to show more of me just doing what I do. Like, people don't appreciate drag enough to me. They appreciate Drag Race. They don't appreciate drag enough to me. So I want to put, I still on my same mission from last year, putting a face behind the makeup.
Mm-hmm. And what I love, because I mean, of course, we love the show, we love Drag Race, and by me being just amongst the drag scene for so long due to the show and it being in the local scene, I'm starting to see a lot of my local girls from different cities that I've lived in start to appear on the show, which is really, it makes it even better for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know, because I know there's a girl next on the Cubby season that came from Houston that I knew that's really gonna do a lot of great stuff. So I'm excited to see her. So there's a lot of great.
On the curb, 2 of the girls that I work with out here are gonna be on the next season. So like, it's great.
That girl. That girl is going to win. And can no one tell me anything else? It's going to win.
And for the comments, yes, my adoption is very real. Yes. That boy is in. Listen, the boy is in the room right now. He just got done driving me insane. Yes.
So how do you manage, being on Chasing, being a parent, being a full-time drag queen, being in a relationship, and I'm sure you have other things that we don't know about that I'm sure you probably have to take care of just being an adult. So how do you balance all of that going on?
To be honest with you, I'm still working on that. Not to give too much of the show away, but later on in the season, I do like literally on camera have a whole breakdown. Like on camera, I literally have like a mental shutdown because it's a lot. And then I'm doing a lot of things for the first time. Like, this is the longest relationship I've ever been in my life. This is the baby. And we stuck in this apart, like with LA and a housing market right now. We're literally stuck in this apartment and we're all on top of each other. Being a parent, I am the most tired I have ever been in my natural born life. I have never been this exhausted before. I don't know how to explain it. On top of that, HIV ain't went nowhere. So I'm still on my damn. Shout out to Big Tarvey. Like, girl, it's a lot. I'm still figuring it out. I don't have that answer.
I mean, honestly, that's true. And now, what I will say is, and I think this is going to be very important, because there's a lot of people who feel that same exhaustion that you're feeling. But do you get like a fulfillment from it? Does it feel worth it? Because some people are exhausted, being single at a job that they hate, and just have much less, fortunate circumstances. So do you feel like you're getting even though you're physically exhausted?
Absolutely, because I'm getting everything that I wanted. This is literally everything that I wanted. So I have no complaints about it whatsoever. My prayer has always been like, I don't know what's coming, just let me be prepared for it when it gets here. Mm-hmm. So like whatever's coming next, I want to be ready for it. So if that means I need to be tired now, so I know how not to be tired next year, wear me the fuck out. Wear me the fuck out.
And do it. Take me higher. Take me on.
Exactly. Whatever I need to do now to prepare for what's next, take me through it. Like, we about to have another baby here in a matter of like a month or two. So like, we keep saying it keeps getting pushed back. But like, his little sister will be here soon. So like, you just never know what you're being prepared for. Like, when she gets here, it's gonna be less jarring than when he walked into the room, because when he got here, all three of us were tired of each other. He was tired of us, we was tired of his ass. So like, it's just so now, exactly. So when his sister gets here, it's gonna be less jarring. We're more prepared now. So I've gotten out of the spirit of like trying to rush through life, and whatever happens is gonna happen, just as long as I'm prepared for it. Just let me be prepared.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a great way to think about it.
Yeah. That sounded so pageant. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're preparing. You never know when you might have to say these things on some stage somewhere. We don't know. We never know. So in the very first episode, you led us into the season with the performance of, I guess it was just like a live Doja Cat, or like a Doja Cat.
Yes.
And it was part of a competition. So tell us about that. What that competition was. I remember.
I lost. But I did win the 2 nights that were posted. That night, and then there was another night where we had to do the Evil Twins challenge. That was part of bonus footage. If you didn't see that, go see that on the Chasing reality channel. I did win both of those nights, but that was around that. This was in November. We were literally getting prepared for Pharaoh to be here. And it was weekly. So they wanted us to come up with new shit every week. And I smelt it coming. Like, I knew it was on the way. And I said, if I end up in the bottom, I was telling all the girls in competition too, I said, girls, if I end up in the bottom 2 and they give me this particular song to lip sync to, I'm going home. And everybody kept saying, Hershii, don't say that. Like, you're in the top of the competition right now. Like, I was in the top 3 or 4, like the first 4 weeks. That 5th week, got in the bottom and got sent home.
For the first time.
Yeah. Now, I feel like there should have been some grace afforded to me because I was at the top of the competition for so long, but I didn't know my lyrics to the song in question. So, I mean, a competition is a competition.
It's kind of hard.
It's
kind of hard to sell it.
It's a competition. It's a competition.
But you know what? At least we still got to see the talent and
Thank you.
I got to see it in person many times, and I entertained each time.
Thank you.
I remember that show, and I never got to see that show that you were going to do in August of last year with that long ponytail. I want to know what that number was.
In August with the long ponytail.
We were in Houston.
Oh, okay. That was for Chasing Dallas.
Yes. Yeah.
I was telling Ace of Dallas. I didn't perform at that on.
Yeah, I remember you changed. You did one number. You were going to do a second one, but then you just like, nah, I don't need to do the second one.
So I think that was his first time doing that event. So it was kind of like all over the place. So the schedule got fucked up, and he asked that I mind not doing a second number. I said, as long as my rate stays the same, girl,
I don't care.
We're good. Just invite me back and we good. But no, I was just down there. I was just happy to be there.
Okay, that's good. That's good. How did you come up? Because I did see that bonus clip of the Us, and I swore that was you already out there. I said, "Wait a minute."
That's what everybody kept saying. I don't think everybody caught on to the concept because everybody said, "Why did you wear the same outfit?" So I just didn't respond to it. I said, "Okay, so y'all are not watching the number hard enough because that's not me."
I caught it. I would say once I saw like what the concept was, like if I didn't read what the title was, I probably would have been like a little bit more confused. But I was waiting to see how the Us thing, if they're not familiar with the movie, how that was going to come into play. And it was y'all both got on your knees doing stuff that my knees can't do no more. So
no, that was actually the performer was actually Callie. Callie's actually also part of the House of Balmain, the winners of season 1. He was also
Callie
on the season. Yeah.
No wonder.
That was Callie.
No wonder.
I must say, if you watch the performance back, he's definitely hitting the booms and cats a little bit harder than I am because ballroom ain't my.
I say this every chance that I get. Callie is like the definition of chocolate and fine.
He is. He's adorable.
Chocolate and fine. Just because I got to I met him when he was doing a photo shoot with another friend of mine, and I remember being like a little stunned because this is like right up there, just one, and I was just like, hi.
And he's so chill too. He didn't like, he knew it was for a competition. Calypso called him up. He knew it was for a competition. Didn't call me. Came over on time. Did everything on time. So no, it was really nice. Calypso. I thought you were about to ask like who came up with the concept. Calypso came up with the concept because I did not know what the fuck I was going to do. It was my idea to put him in the same outfit so everybody can get what they got. Think it was me. People in California think we all all black people look alike anyway.
Oh, and I'm at, what was that? The one Rage. That was the one on Sunday nights that we used to have. I don't know what West Hollywood does for us anymore.
Nothing.
Oh,
it's a new club there, but do we get anything? I mean, the most we still get Black Gay Pride at Rocco's. Rocco supports us. You'll always see me at Rocco's because Rocco supports us, and they also do a lot of ballroom nights for us out there. So Rocco's is a big supporter.
I think I was, because I know when I was there, it felt like a little bit jarring because I'm coming from like Houston and Atlanta where we have clubs galore where we could just pick where we want to go to. So I'm like, is there any?
That's what I miss. Take me where the niggas are.
Like, is there anywhere I can go to get a little slice of home? Anywhere, and that was.
And people in the South, especially in Atlanta, like they appreciate drag the entire performance more. Here, they want to see you split kick and call it a day. There, you can give them a nice slow ass ballad as long as you are molding and giving it to them. In Atlanta, they taking it. They don't appreciate drag like out here like they do in the South at all.
Oh yeah, because we have references that mean something to us that don't mean anything to them.
I literally have to like. People would ask me, did you pick that song? Like I remember back in the day before, like when I was starting to do battles out here, Corbett herself would ask me like, that's not gonna work at that club. And I would go out there and do it. And she'd be like, how did you get them into it? Girl, because you were gonna get into it. It's me.
It really doesn't take, like if you're just a good performer, like there was a pageant that I went to in Houston where this contestant only spoke Spanish. And she gave this performance in Spanish to some song that I have no idea. And I said, baby,
because she was performing.
She was performing her ass off. She was performing her ass off. And that's how I was like, it's just a good performer. You don't need, that's all it takes. It's all it takes.
Miss Button Jessica, I I can't answer that.
I
don't want you to think I was ignoring you. I did see the question. I just can't answer those questions.
Because we never know what the future may hold, and we don't jinx those things.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't jinx those things. So in the first episode, I feel like this is the first time, I think it was that first episode where we actually got to see your partner. I think you mentioned him before, but I don't think he's ever been on camera until now. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're really getting let in.
Yeah.
And on the after show, one of the interesting facts that you mentioned is that you don't like PDA. Why you don't like PDA?
I'm not a physically affectionate person at all.
Oh, physical touch is not your language at all.
And it's all of his. So like he wants to be all up on me and stuff. And then it's like like that first year of our relationship, it was rough because he thought I wasn't checking for him. And I was like, no, I just don't want you on me. Like, get off of me.
Oh, I'm
on me. I hate it. And I have my moods where like sometimes I'm in the mood to, like be affectionate, but like kissing in public, holding hands, get off of me. But I love you. I love you too. Get off of me.
What is your love language?
I think my love language is acts of service, like show up, like do what I need done. Do what I need done.
That's definitely my number 2.
Yeah, like if I can't do it, I need you to be on top of it. And that's just not with him. Like that's like my act of love here, like with people in general. And I think that I got that from my mama because my dad was not like, no, I'll take that back. I was about to say that, and I'm wrong. No, like both my parents are like that. Like when it's time to get shit done, like they get shit done, and I don't want to be the one to do it all the time. Like if we hungry and I ain't got food yet, like let me come home to some food. Cause that's how I handle stuff. Like if I know stuff needs to be handled, you don't have to ask me or talk about it. I'll just do it.
Because that is hot. Like somebody doing something for me that I know I need done, that I don't have to do it because you're doing it. That is sexy. And that's when you get to the age, like that stuff really starts to matter to you. Like you over there folding and doing laundry, yes. Jesus. You're mopping.
I'll come home and he had all the dishes washed. I'll be like, boy, lay down. To answer who question was this, I'm a Sagittarius sun, Aries moon, Leo rising.
Okay. So I know I'm just like a normal Scorpio, Gemini moon, and Leo rising. Whatever that means.
Oh, so you can see that and emotional. Yuck. Gross.
How dare you? Is that just Scorpio thing is conceited? No, that's the emotional.
Scorpio and Leo, I think, are very conceited, and then Gemini's are so emotional.
Well, I mean the second part, you're right.
But no. But yeah, Sagittarius, Sun, Aries, Moon, Leo, rising. I know my temperament, and I can go. It takes me absolutely nothing to get to 10 if I need to get there. So I like that. That's when everybody say, "Hershii, why are you so quiet? Why are you saying anything?" Because I know how left this can go, and you're not going to like it, and I'm going to come out on the winning side. There's many a girl that try. There are many a girl that say that think they're going to outshade, outdo, or outbeat me, and I've already planned all that out and got ahead of you. So I just prefer to stay. Like I firmly suggest just leave me. I tell people all the time, just leave me alone. Don't do it to yourself.
I would be cackling at your TikToks because there's always some people that have to stitch and duet and try to do all the extra shit, and they always just make themselves sound crazy, and you be getting them together.
You look embarrassed.
I key, and I laugh, and I appreciate it.
I already know what you're going to say before you say it. The arguments that you see me in this season, I already knew it was going to happen before it happened. I already went there. And went further.
Oh, well,
it's only. But we family. It's only one person that I'm not checking for, and that's it. But the rest of us are family.
And we will definitely get there. So
we will.
One of the first scenes that we got to see you in was, you going to Nicole's not restaurant, but her beauty shop or her salon, getting the infamous red wig. Because I will say, I love you dearly, but I remember that red wig at that Valentine's Day last year, and I said,
so listen, here's what happened. So here's what happened. So let's go to the first season. Here's what happened on the first season with that wig. Okay, I was trying to be like one of the girls and go there just like go fish. So I went there in the outfit. I didn't wait to get there to dress. I went there in the outfit. And while I was driving, the wig is rubbing against the back of my car seat because I'm driving. I drive my head pressed. So the wig is like matting up as I'm driving. I didn't know it was matted till y'all knew it was matted. But I know my truth. I mean, it's a synthetic wig. What are you going to do, right? So this season, I don't want to tell on production, but I was just told go big and bring it.
Wait, they were told you what?
I knew. This is not me telling on production. I knew I was going to meet Nicole, and I knew she did hair, but they told me to grab a wig and bring it. So I just grabbed one. I just grabbed the wig.
Oh, okay. So it was just kind of like the means for.
I literally gave that I walked out that door and gave it right to somebody. That's not even my color. That's not even my color.
I kind of knew that because I said, okay, Nicole said first there were two signs that led me to believe that something about that scene wasn't right. The first thing is I've never seen a lady do hair in high-inch heels or 6-inch heels. I've never seen a day in my life.
And Nicole does it. I've been down to like so one of her stylists at her shop, because I go to her shop now. One of her stylists does my braids. She's never in heels. She's fabulous, but she's not in pumps all the time. No, Nicole keeps a good tennis shoe.
I'm looking like that gave me. I said, and then when it was on your head, and she said she was doing something, she kept using the same little patch of hair over and over again, and that hair wasn't going nowhere, looking no different. But she said,
no, she actually did it. No, she actually like fluffed it up. She made it look good. She did do it. She did make it look good. She did make it look good. I gave it to. I passed it off to a friend right after that because that's just not my. That wig was not. So 2022 is the last year y'all gonna see me in long wigs. I'm going right back to my kid wigs. I'm going back. There are there's a certain set of wigs. Somebody gonna have to change my mind. I don't see myself doing long hair past this year. I let the chasing comments talk me into it this year. I hate it.
What about what you did for the HIV awareness one for Atlanta? That was like a brunette number.
HIV awareness.
Remember, it was December of last year.
So that was like a brown.
Yeah.
So that brand is actually called Atlanta. The wig style is actually called Atlanta. So I'll keep wearing her because they're very this wig is very synthetic. But I can do the whipping and bouncing, and then it gets me like to 2 or 3 months, and then I'll just buy another one. That's the only style you'll ever see me in. Like, am I gonna go out of my way to buy long wigs again? No, probably not. I hate long hair.
As I sit here with. It's fine.
I hate long hair. Now my braids I do love. Like when I can't wait. I cut my hair, but I'm growing my hair back out so I can go back to get my braids and stuff. Like I enjoyed that moment that I was having.
Oh, okay, that's cool. What was your first impression of Nicole upon meeting her?
I like Nicole. I really do. I know she threw everybody off in last week's episode but that's Nicole. I learned quick, like that's how she was talking to me the whole time, like throwing shade. I threw shade the wig. They didn't put it in the clip, but I threw shade the wig before she could. I told you I'm steps ahead. So I said, girl, what I said to her before we sat down was, girl, I'm sorry about this wig. This wig is ready. And she said, oh, don't worry about it. This is Red Carpet Studio. We gonna fix it up. So of course she shaded it in the green screens, but like that's Nicole. Like she throws shade all the time. That's her. So no, I enjoy her. I genuinely like her.
I can say that too. I definitely like Nicole. I can see how she could rub people the wrong way, but it's just like I see
yes.
side. I feel like But see,
Yes.
I've been, watching the platform and been a part of the platform long enough to know that the show is never close to how people are in real life in actual interactions. So
Especially the green screens, because while they're filming, oh shit, what did I do? Oh, sorry, I thought I exit out the thing. Especially the green screens, because when we're talking, they're asking us to keep our energy up. So if it looks like we're throwing back-to-back shade or we're like hella hype for no motherfucking reason, that's because they're like, okay, your energy's low. Try to say the line again, and stay up. Like we're sitting in that chair for like an hour to an hour and a half, maybe. Like my last green screens I just did, it was 3 different outfits. I was there for 2.5 hours with Pharaoh running all around in circles. Like you get to the end and you get wore out, so they got to keep your energy up. So all that shade you see her throwing is probably her best takes.
yeah, that is true. But I'm glad you mentioned that, because there was no way because there's a lot of outfits in the all green screens, and I know that those are just different days that y'all are going for. Y'all have to be taking these outfits with you during certain sets. Right?
We are.
Okay, because there's no way.
So like the most outfit changes we'll do in one day is 2. I did 3 one time. That's because they forgot to ask me to come and film one. Like they had to add a green screen into another episode that wasn't finished. So that was the most that they had to add. But that's the most outfit changes I did was 3. But for the most part, it's usually just 2.
Okay. So, well, yeah, I'm about to say, because there's just no. I'm
about to say Chase in Atlanta. I saw y'all have the same episodes like half the season.
Total outfits.
Yeah. Now I would love for us to do it that way.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I'm looking like what they do. That seems like a lot of work, but I'm like, y'all got.
And shout out to Q and those green screens, because Q be babysitting the fuck out of Pharaoh while I'm trying to, like, Pharaoh be running in circles around the damn studio. Q and save their boy from jumping in the pool.
Oh,
it hasn't aired yet. We did it. I'm pretty sure they're not going to post that, but we did a scene where we were by the pool, and Pharaoh was not trying to be still, so he took off and he's running in circles, like running laps. So Q is chasing after him, and the boy's not looking, is going towards the pool, and Q had to like grab him up. He's a free spirit. That boy does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. That's my baby.
Way of children.
Child.
So you get to this Friendsgiving, right? You walk in, the house is gorgeous. You meet with Andre, y'all talking, everything is lovely. We love Andre now. I love Andre now. Thank goodness, because last year I was looking at you a little crazy, but this year I'm loving you now so far. And so then Ian shows up. Okay. And then this is the infamous moment. One thing I can say, this is how I know that we are here, because that as soon as your green screen came up, I already knew what you were going to say. I already knew where it was going. So when he walked in to a new theme party in green, what were you? How did you interpret that in your mind? Like, what is going on here?
So at the time, I genuinely didn't. I was already embarrassed that I had to make all these people my plus ones. So I wasn't really thinking about Ian's outfit. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Honestly, Nicole's party, how she parties, like with the caterer, and she has tables set up, like Nicole throws a party. So I was just, again, it was another situation where I'm like, oh my God, I'm just so happy to be here. But I was also embarrassed because I'm like, I'm inviting all these extra people to this woman's house, and she does not know me like this. Or mind you, I had not met Rich Bob. I didn't even know who this man looked like until, he walked in the door. So that was the first night we met. So just the whole night was embarrassing for me, because people think I ain't got no like party etiquette now. Ain't nobody invite me to shit now.
But it was just this whole thing, and it is still a thing about this sweatshirt. And I'm just like, I mean, a part of me is like, I understand, especially when you put things together, you want things to be a certain way. But at the same time, I'm like, at this point, he here. We're just gonna enjoy each other.
I mean, that's why I would. Yeah, I mean, if you want people out, if you want people to dress a certain way, and then if you meet her friends, and that's just they grand. That's just the type of functions they go to. Those people, they spend money. She got some grand people. Like, they lovely people. I'm not trying to talk about like they, bougie or like act like they above. They sweet people, but they spend money. They they carry themselves a certain way. So I can see like why me showing like I showed up in jeans and everybody was in suits and shit, but I don't dress up. I don't dress up.
Well, you don't dress up as your boy self.
No, I'm a jeans and t-shirts person. That's all you'll see me in. Like I tried to wear a suit to the premiere, and it didn't work out. No, I'm not that girl.
You didn't like it, or you just
the outfit I bought came. I said I'm not wearing this. This doesn't look right on me. This doesn't. I don't. This is not me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not who I am.
It's like, this is not authentic to myself.
It doesn't feel right. Like I want, and then like I be wanting to wear like tight pants, but I'm more so I feel like in tight pants I want to be more bow legged, and I'm not. Like my knees a little bit more knocked, so I don't feel like it just doesn't give it a cute look on me.
I mean, you can still live your bow legged fantasy. Don't let them girls tell you that you can't.
My legs have to bow though, and they don't bow; they knock.
Oh, I see.
Like they come closer. Like I ain't looking like K Michelle or like the leg is all the way out, but they like not. They too close for comfort.
Got it. Okay, I see what you're saying. We wear whatever hair we want to wear.
Yeah, I mean, who gonna check me? And if she wants to kick me out, that's what I told her to listen. Kick me out there, girl. But no, I like Nicole.
That's good. I think she's gonna be a very pivotal figure in the rest of the season.
She is. She is.
So that night that you met Rich Baum, I believe it was Ian from this current episode that was asking him like, who cut or styles your hair, and then he said, "Oh, King Payne," and then you and Andre collectively take a sip, like the shady, LGBT sip. So at this time of filming, what was your relationship with King Payne like?
I didn't have an issue with King Payne at the time. We weren't talking like that. Like we weren't cool. I took a sip because that was the first time his name was, if I can recall correctly, that was the first time his name was mentioned with Andre being in the room. So I sipped because Andre was next to me. That was more so my reaction because I knew where it was going to go.
Oh, so it wasn't so much for yourself. It was more so for, this person.
No, it wasn't for me or because of him cutting his hair. Because I've seen King Payne do hair, and I've seen like King Payne could cut hair. It wasn't about that. I just knew Andre was next to me, so it was like, oh shit, here we go.
It looked, since it was like in unison, I was like, wait, what's this?
That's what made it worse. I'm always caught in these damn moments where I'm like, damn, now I gotta slam myself. But no, I feel like it looked worse than what it was. I didn't have any beef with King Payne at the time. I don't got beef with him now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have beef with him that night. I'll let that play out. But like, King is my friend. Like, girl, like we one of those girls. We gotta cuss each other out every now and again, and then we'll be good.
And that's what I was really looking forward to seeing how that whole thing played out, because unfortunately we didn't get to see the whole conflict. In their apartment. That's probably
gonna be the whole episode next week.
Pretty much. I was gonna ask, like, what is it? I guess from I guess that point in the show of why, even from the beginning of season 1 to now, why you and King Payne just never quite seem to come together. It just always stopped right here.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't know. I think for me, and I hope this doesn't come off shady if he ever watches this, I think I see King. I see King, and that catches him off guard. King is way sweeter and way more sensitive than he likes to pretend that he is on camera or in person. He's way softer, way sweeter, and I see that. And I think he knows I clocked that, and I think that might be like a lot of our point. I think that might, without giving too much away, I feel closer to King this season. I'll end it there. That's how I'll end it. I see her, but I feel much closer to him this season.
Okay, that's good, because I know we've seen many characters in reality TV clash at initial meeting, and then somehow along the way become really, really close. because they usually figure out that they're more alike than different. You know, that whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seemed like for y'all, and maybe it just took y'all a little bit longer. Just like, damn, they are just not.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think what made our beef worse last year is that like I made that video last year about the money on the floor. So I kind of realized we squashed it, but I think that reignited everything. And then we don't really talk like that. So when we're getting back around each other, you don't know how to see each other. I don't know if that makes sense. You don't really know how each other's going to react because up until that party, we didn't come to contact. We didn't talk.
And
so that was our first time seeing each other. That night was our first time seeing each other since the reunion the year before.
That's been a whole. Well, it was maybe
this was around maybe November, December. And so yeah, maybe about so maybe like March or April that year.
Mm-hmm.
March or May. Yeah, we ain't seen each other. We hadn't seen each other. So yeah. I don't think me and King are gonna end off in a beef.
Okay, well that's good because it's just like, how do you beef with Hershii?
Yeah, King is like Nicole. They're both one of those people you just have to understand. After you get them, you're like, okay, this makes sense.
It's like, okay, I see it now.
I see you. Yeah.
I do remember that TikTok that you made about his crown, and you posted that same crown on the Amazon link to it. And I said, Hershii.
You want to know who? And you want to know who got me involved? My best friend Cornbread. That bitch said, "Girl, just do it." She encouraged her. She said, "Girl, just do it, girl." And it'd be a lot of, to be honest with y'all, it'd be a lot of shade that I want to throw. But it like some of these girls don't know how to just take shade and be done with it. Like how Nicole, like I could have easily took what Nicole said and been offended by it and had been in all my feelings about that little wig. But for what? When it was just funny. It was funny. The wig was dry, so why be mad? It's a lot of cast members that I want to throw shade at. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 cast members that I want to throw, like, I just want to say shit about, and I can't because I know they'll take it somewhere else.
It's like, I can't have fun with you. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like,
one I could probably have fun with. I don't know. I'm not gonna say his name. One I could probably have fun with. He's from last season. One I could probably have fun throwing shade with him. But the other 4, no, they'll get emotional.
And I feel like Scotty is one of my only. Well, maybe I have like 2 to 3 people that I can shade, and I know that they ain't gonna take it no kind of way.
Yeah.
But for me, like just for somebody that I don't know like that, I really don't know how to engage and be playful with people that I don't know, because I feel like it would just be mean.
So the way I look at it is it's fun until it's not. To me, it's fun until it's not. It's no reason for me to take offense until you're trying to dig at me. So like how Nicole, it's one thing for Nicole to say my wig is trash. And then like if she kept going at me, then I'm like, then I would have to ask a question like, girl, what's going on?
Like one thing, okay, cool.
Maybe even 2. I'll take a couple of reads as long as I can trade them back. But if you keep digging at me, then I'm like, okay, girl, what's the problem? I don't mind. Sometimes we should be able to just have fun. Some shit ain't gotta be that serious. Especially on a show like this. Sometimes we gotta laugh at each other. Especially when the shit is over with. Like, just laugh at it. Be done with it.
So is that kind of how it was when King Payne made that initial "do drag queens really make money" comment? Did you think everybody else sort of took it further than you took it yourself personally?
I think everybody took it a little bit more serious than I did. Because I didn't even think about it at the time. And then I watched it back. So I thought it was going to be, for me, it was a damn key to say, oh, bitch, well, let me show you the money. I made the whole video. And then the crown and what's the name had, like, I thought that was a key. He didn't like it. Or early this year, we had to have another conversation because he thought I was coming at him when what did I say something earlier this year? Because he had me on TTB about something.
The only thing I saw him say was on his own live, I think, and he was like, "Oh, me and Hershii agreed that we wouldn't talk about each other this year."
Oh, because I said Hershii is broke. Yeah.
Yes.
So I called her and I was like, "Girl, this is just the key to me. I'm not I didn't put it I didn't make it public because I didn't think it was that big a deal. I just called her immediately, or I messaged her and I was like, "Girl, this is just key to me. I'm not trying to dig at you. Remember we told each other we wasn't gonna do this year." She was like, "Yeah, you're right. We said we wasn't gonna do this." I was like, "Yeah, we good." So like, no, I'm just key. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Since then we've been good. Like I don't got no beef with King.
Oh, okay. So
That's not going. And then for I don't want y'all to think like I'm giving away anything from next week. That's not going to take anything away from what y'all about to see. What y'all about to see is still going to be very relevant, and how I feel next week in the episodes following. But me and King don't have any issues. I don't have any beef with him.
Mm-hmm. And I was very curious because when he was talking about it, he said, "Oh, that's because at that time Hershii was involving herself in something that had nothing to do with her." And I'm like, "What was it?"
It'll get there. I'm
just like, damn.
We gonna get there.
Fair enough. So something that we saw earlier tonight, outside of the episode, was this after show, right? Because we were both there in the comments, keep watching this whole thing go down.
Yes.
Apparently Andre and Nicole are not fond of each other for reasons unknown.
No, they're gonna make themselves very known very soon.
Because I'm assuming that the little mustard seed, is Ian, because Andre's closeness with Ian, and
no, that's not why. I guess you could say no. That you could say that's the mustard seed, but that doesn't. I'll leave you with this, and you just pin this in the back of your mind for when the episode popped up. When the episode pops up, something's gonna happen. You're gonna remember I said this. Okay. They should have let me bring the sage in the house. If I would have brought the sage in the house, we would have been fine. They did not let me bring any sage in. That's what I'm going to leave you with. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about when the episode comes. As a matter of fact, when it happens, text me and be like, "Oh, okay."
I won't be looking for it now. I know there's no way for neither of us to know when or how early or later.
Just when it happens,
I'll be like,
just know that they should have let me bring the sage in the house.
See, yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait because the season is good. I know we're only on episode 3, and there's so much that we can only, get from it. But
I came here so ready to talk about the fight tonight.
I was ready. And I was chatting with Dar shortly before he put the video up, and I was telling him about our interview, and that was the seed in there. And he was like, "Oh no, we got to push it to next week." I said, "No."
And after watching it, I see why. It's next week is going to be a lot.
Yeah, I see why too. But I was just like, damn, I want that.
Next week is going to bring y'all back to episode 1, season 1.
Oh. And you know what? Because I'm seeing in the previews that Rich Bomb is calling. That's when he calls him a bitch. I'm like, weren't they just cool?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Weren't they just cool?
Rich Bomb is another one where what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Rich Bomb does not navigate reality TV like we navigate it.
It's just like, oh, it doesn't matter if the cameras are here or not. This is what I would say.
He does not navigate like we navigate it. You saw it in the clip. I put my hand around his chest and pulled him back. He pushed that hand off. I said, "You right." Have it.
You got it. I'm good.
Have it.
Well, would you return for a 3rd season if asked?
Yes. Yeah.
I never want to. Whatever they can, whether you're doing something on LA or wherever else, cross over again to Atlanta. I just want to say
I would literally no shit, and I don't want it to sound like I'm a stalker. It makes me sound like I don't want to sound like a clout chaser. I'll sound like one of these people on the cast. But like wherever I pop up on chasing, I'll pop up.
good to know. You know, it could be Chasing, it could be Paramount Plus, VH1, you know, anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, girl.
we're gonna play one of our
Uh-oh.
games, and then I came up with another little mini game that I thought
Okay.
would be interesting. So initially, it's going to be again, we're going to name the cast member, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind or that describes that person.
Okay.
First person is Andre.
A light. I sound like, you know who I sounded like just there, Kimberell. A light.
I thought you were going to say like Iyanla.
No, short explanation. A light. I feel like Andre is misunderstood last year, and I feel like y'all are gonna get a much better understanding for who he is this year. He lets his guard down. He's much softer this year. I really respect Andre, and his story and just how much he's been through and where he's came from. Andre's been through a lot.
And I hope we get to see that this year because I kind of felt that after the show was over last season. So I'm like, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So I'm definitely looking
Hearing
forward.
his actual story, yeah, y'all get a much better understanding. I respect him so much more now, how far he's come.
Okay, great. Definitely looking forward to that. Next up, Fly King I.
He's hilarious. and one thing about Fly King, he's gonna be his. I know you said only say one word. But one thing about Fly King gonna be himself no matter what the fuck people talking about. And I love that about him. Fuck what y'all talking about. Yeah, love that about him.
I will say that it does feel like we got more of Fly King in these 3 episodes than we got the entire season of season 1.
Chaser Reality said Hershii. Did I say too? I hope I ain't saying too much. They said Hershii.
Oh, what's going on?
Listen, I hope I ain't saying too much, girl.
I don't think so because I don't feel like I got anything. I got my little morsels.
Okay, good. Okay.
I pinned them in the back of my mind.
Listen, I'll be scared.
Man, this Chasing Reality will strike the fear of God in you.
Listen, I don't want Dario calling me like, little girl, shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
They told me to shut my fat ass up. So
Now shut up. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Next.
Jeremy.
Jeremy's my favorite. Jeremy is becoming, and he doesn't know this, but Jeremy's becoming the big brother I didn't know I needed.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I love this, Jeremy. I hope to, because you're the only person from the cast that I've ever got to meet. So I definitely got to go back out. When I go to LA, I definitely got to make a chance to go and see you guys. Poetic.
Poetic is sweet. Poetic is sweet, and he's gonna remind y'all of me until he don't this season.
You know what? I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think I remember parts in the super trailer. I know exactly what you're saying.
He's gonna remind y'all of me until he don't.
Nicole,
she's inspirational. She put me on to a lot of stuff. She made me see like what she's very generous with her money and her connections and the people she had me meet, seeing her business, seeing her house, how she takes care of her mom, all of that stuff. It really inspired. Like, of course, I've always wanted more, but it made me like put a picture to it. Like, no, I want this. A big sister that I didn't know I needed. There you go. I love Nicole.
You got all the mentors.
Okay.
William the Baddest.
Next, please. I don't. And let me put this out here. Let me just, before it goes somewhere it doesn't need to go. I don't dislike William the Baddest. I'm just not interested.
Ooh.
No shade whatsoever. I'm just not interested.
Hershii. I didn't get his name out there. You already said next.
I was prepared for it. I'm just not interested.
Well, all right. Well, I'm just gonna go on right to the next person. Jayla.
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. She is.
This face is. There's more to that. She's a sweetheart with an ellipsis.
We're gonna have a moment.
Oh, that's.
But she's a sweetheart. I still love her.
That's what's up. We love Jayla too. Hopefully, I can get her on the show this time. Last year.
That is my cat. That's Talbot. He said, "Is that a cat in the background?"
Oh yeah, we saw the cat. Rich Bomb.
He's gonna give it to you like it is, and that's it. You ain't no changing his mind. He said what he said, and he ain't changing it.
I mean, that's what I see, and I kind of appreciate people like that. I never have to wonder about
that. You know what? You said we'd be here. I said that exact same thing about him not too long ago. I said with Rich Bomb, I don't have to wonder how he feels. I don't have to wonder if he's upset, mad, sad, if you don't want to be there. If you do want to be there, Rich Bomb makes it very clear from the second he walks in the door. You don't have to guess it all, and that I respect the most about him.
Absolutely.
I can see by this time next year, like us being closer, him being like family too. He invited us to his house. He has a beautiful house.
Oh yeah, he did.
Invited us to his house. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what a house owned by Rich Bomb looks like.
It's. I don't think it's going to be what you expect when you see. You're going to be like, oh. It's because it's not what I expected. When I saw it, I was like, okay, class, sophistication. He gives rough edge, but he's very sophisticated.
Maybe it's like the artistic persona.
Maybe.
I'll go with that. It's the artistic persona. And last but certainly not least, the king himself, King Pain.
He's a character, a hilarious character. And my friend, whether he likes it or fucking not.
Well, that's good to see because I guess he felt like he was ambushed in the next episode. I almost want to just bring you back for the next episode. I might just have to call you and be like, girl.
Just give me the call. I'm going to be right here.
I'm going to be like, girl, what the
fuck? Just give me the call. I'll be right here at the house.
So that was the first game. Now, this other little mini game that
I forgot the damn second game. Shit. Okay, let's go.
This will be much faster because I was like, oh, this might be interesting to talk about. So,
okay.
What was your favorite look from the episode?
My favorite look?
Mm-hmm.
On me?
Anybody. What look stood out from you this episode?
That's a good damn question. I don't know. I don't really be paying attention to people's clothes.
I'd be interested to see like what people are going to wear in certain settings.
You know, I've seen, and maybe that's what it is, because last year that was my problem. I kept trying to keep up with the Joneses. I was trying to get outfits to keep up with everybody. And this year I cut that short. Like I'm going in comfortable. I'm wearing what I wear and doing what I do, because I think what made me do all that was because I was they was dragging us so bad. Everybody has this perception of LA, so they thought this was supposed to be Project Runway out here. Literally, Dallas and Atlanta can do whatever the fuck they want, and nobody says anything. And we get dragged for everything. So they was dragging our outfits last year, and I was looking through the outfits and comparing it. Not saying that Atlanta or Dallas was doing anything wrong or anybody was offering anything. But everybody's outfits in Dallas and Atlanta, everybody was kind of doing their own thing. Nobody was saying nothing. So I was like, oh, girl, this year y'all about to get these t-shirts, these hoodies. If I feel like doing something cute, if I find it, then I'll put it on. But other than that, y'all shut the fuck up. And then when you click on half these people's clothes in the icons anyway, the wigs be pushed back, shirts be fucked up, everybody be looking the damn fool, holes in their shirts, damn mold on their wall in the background. Like, girl, worry about what's going on in your house before you talk about my clothes.
See, this is basically him on TikTok, y'all.
I'm trying to. That's the one thing I can't get used to with being on this show is not people saying stuff, but people just making up shit just to be saying shit. That's getting hard. That's hard to get used to. So I got to get used to that. But if you gonna talk about my clothes, please don't. I know people was talking about my wigs, but then I get on your page and you wearing a 22 piece. So what's the problem? We shop in the same place.
You are me.
we are in this together. You gotta stop thinking with your heart.
And think with your mind. Like, them people don't give a fuck.
Girl, just be talking to hear themselves speak. So no, I'm going into this season with a whole new mindset. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
Well, one of my questions would be, which was your favorite and then your least favorite outfit? So now we can move to what do you think? Who has the best tagline from the intro?
I'm gonna say mine. I'm
do
hilarious.
I didn't understand it the first few seconds that I heard it. I'm like, oh, that's very like on the nose. And I said, oh,
right. Right.
That was clever.
Nobody was catching on. Yeah. So no, mine's is my. I think everybody's did. I think everybody's was pretty good. We kind of made them up on the spot. Like they told us like a couple of days before we got to the studio to come up with something, and that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm the most positive person in the room.
Yeah,
literally, like, figuratively, medically, all of that.
All of it. That was clever. I like that. I like that. A lot of people were critiquing if Ian's. I'm like, it didn't feel like a tagline. It just felt like something that he would say. I don't know.
Is that not what a tagline's supposed to be?
I don't know. It felt different than everybody else's. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I'm just like,
no, you know who was my favorite? Rich Bombs, because he scared the fuck out of everybody. Everybody know what to do with that tagline.
I don't even know what he said. It was just very.
He said, "If you don't want smoke, don't stand for it, cause bitch, I'm pressure." It was just the fact that he came. It's the fact that everybody was just so soft and delicate, and then he came in. If you don't want smoke, don't stand for it, cause bitch, I'm pressure.
Very on brand. Like, can you imagine Rich Brown doing a soft, like, you know?
I can't, and that's what I love about it. That's what I said. He is gonna be one thing. Rich is gonna be is himself. Y'all are not gonna witness that man change.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Well, I mean, again, sister, thank you so much for coming.
Always.
Hold you too long. I love you down. We have always been here. But did you have a good time? You know, do you feel like we did, you know, our job as the host? Like, what was your experience like today?
Oh, it was good, per usual. I wish Scotty was up in here, but she wants to go to a concert. So I guess that since it was Fantasia, I'll let it slide.
Right. That's what I let her slide. She was like, let me have this. I'm like, all right.
I'll let it slide since it was Fantasia. If it was somebody late, then I would have been upset with you, Scotty.
But you know, Fanny works. See, now you have to do the live version of When I See You for your next number.
MBO. See, if I can do that in Atlanta, I know I'll get away with it. Here, it's like a roll of the dice. You don't know if the artist's gonna be cool or come out of a bag on you. LA is white, man.
I know, but like maybe if you go to like
I gotta be in the mood to like really give it to them. So where they'll take it regardless. Sometimes I don't be in the mood. Like Black Girl Magic is tomorrow. That's the show tomorrow. So I might be in the mood to like give it to them tomorrow.
Yeah, get a girl nasty. Well, you're not really a Bob girl either.
Who ain't?
You.
I just ain't had enough. Anything short. Anything short.
Like right here.
Anything short, yeah.
Yo, gig. I can't even imagine.
Anything short.
But again, thank you so much. I enjoy you each and every time. I cannot
absolutely.
Again, we're gonna watch. Make sure y'all go follow and support Hershii in their journey.
Please.
Support them in their drag. Go and
please.
See. Where can they find you? Let them know where they can find you if they're local.
You can find me. If they're local, if you're in Los Angeles, you can find me anywhere between Santa Barbara and Riverside. As far north as Victorville, and as far south as Long Beach. Just check my flyers on my Instagram page. And if you're looking for me on social media, HERSHIILIQCOUR across all platforms. TikTok, I'll pop up somewhere. You'll recognize me. I'll run out of names.
I can only say myself. I mean, I'm
just know it's gonna be Hershii something.
Right. Just type in Hershii something.
something.
Well, baby, again, you are free to go. Thank you again for
Wow.
showing up. Y'all give her
Absolutely.
love.
They
And
said, please
hopefully,
come back. As long as Scotty and Jamar drag me back up in here, I'll be back.
oh yeah, and you know what? We said that we were gonna have you on for our boys' night out thing, and we never did it.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't. I thought I was shading.
uh, you know what it was? We had like brought so many other guests, I think, that season,
No,
and
it's
the guests were
fine.
just not working out, and we were just
Oh
like, let's
no.
do it on our own, and then open it up to
And see
select.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because we was just inviting any and everybody, and it was just a mess.
Child.
So, oh, do you remember that stuff I was asking you to send me in the
Let me tell you
mail?
what happened. So I felt bad because let me tell you something. I said, Jamar, like it had to be like maybe 3 weeks later. And I just happened to be going through my phone and saw your message, and you were the last one to text me. And I was like, paused and said, he don't think I shaded him, and that wasn't even the case. I just forgot. I said, Jamar probably don't even fuck with me no more, so I'm just gonna leave it alone.
No, I knew. I said I know that Hershii is one of those that will check the message eventually.
When I tell you, my daddy will call me, and I'll be like, I'll call you back, and then it'll be like a month later.
I'm that same way. Because
Child.
like that's how
Scotty
I
told
am
me to
now.
stay up here. Scotty told me to stay up here. He around the corner.
Oh, child. Okay, I guess he's gonna get his little 1-2 in while you're here.
Yeah.
That's definitely how I am now because I'm, so busy with if it's not work, it's this. I'm on like 2 or 3 other different panels.
Mm-hmm.
I have my makeup line, and so it's just they call me and I'm like,
Jamil said, "What the hell? Listen, you just forget. Life be happening."
and it don't be on purpose, and I be trying to because it's hard to convince somebody, which is like all the time I call you, you never answer. I can never get a hold of my brother, my cousin, my son, or I'm just like, but y'all literally
Man,
be
you ain't
waiting.
gonna get me put up in jail sending the stuff, are you? Because I be scared to be frank with you. I don't want to get got.
You know what? Only because Quan did it. I don't know how Quan did it the first time.
See,
But
oh.
you know what? It's okay because when I was there in Maine, I restocked.
Oh, you
So
didn't come up here for DragCon.
I certainly did. You didn't go, did you? You were.
No, I don't do too many. There's too many people for me. I don't like big crowds of people, girl. I'm claustrophobic.
Now, how's that gonna work later?
I'm gonna be like behind the right. They can come to me, and I ain't got to be walking amongst them.
Well, what? That's fine. Just let me know where the booth is
I'm
at.
a complicated individual. Now, Jamar, I came up here for some messy stuff. I thought y'all was gonna ask me some messy questions too.
I
Everybody want me to be nice and sweet. I be wanting to be messy just like the rest of the cast.
mean, now if we want to be messy, well, I guess I was trying to be civil only because we haven't seen enough yet.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's true.
And I know
you're right.
You can't really give me what I want. That's why I was
right.
hoping this episode that next week you could have gave me what I want.
You right.
So I was like, well, I can't. Like even with tonight on the after show with Andre, like I can't get what I want to get.
You right.
I can't get what I want.
Okay, so what do you want to get from the after show? Let me see if there's something that I could give you without giving it away.
So let's see. How can I ask this question? I'm trying to think of the question I want to ask. When they were going back and forth, it felt like it was almost like I don't know if that's the right word, like a power struggle where they were sort of both alpha types. And, Andre's been such a, poignant figure in the LA scene. And now you have this new season where Nicole is also like an alpha female as well. And they're kind of like, it seems like they're doing this.
So with them, I wouldn't say it's a power struggle. I guess a power struggle is what you can say. I don't think, no, I'll take that back. They are so similar that it's like they're fighting themselves from my perspective. And what I know of them, I feel like it's looking in the mirror and fighting back. If you're disagreeing with yourself in the mirror, fighting back.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're so alike. I'm actually gagged that they didn't. I'm actually gagged that they don't get along.
And I mean, it looks like this just happened current day. It doesn't look like that day is going to come anytime soon.
If you go back and watch the episode again, you can see the exact moment where it started building. I saw the exact moment when it started happening.
In the episode,
in this episode, it happened in this.
You know
episode.
what? I think I did too. It was at her hotel room.
I saw the moment, like literally the moment Andre did this thing, and it's the way he said it, and I was like, "Oh, he's over her."
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed what you did.
Yeah, yeah, and that's exactly where it started. Because by the time the sage should have been brought inside. Mm-hmm.
See, oh, that sucks.
I'm trying to say I cannot wait for this phone call where you're like, okay, you should have. You should bring it back. Yeah, just bring it back. Just bring it back.
Have to be messy later.
Because when you see it, you're gonna be like, damn it, you should have brought the damn sage in.
And I got some sage right there in my drawer. I'm just gonna burn it. I'm just like,
I literally brought the sage and they told me no.
Because we've only, like you said, it's only been the third episode, and we really haven't gotten into the meat. Because right now, everybody's roughly cool. Everybody has their slight annoyances with another, but it's not meat and potatoes yet.
Me ain't got in it.
But I'm so happy that you guys' show did come back. It does feel better than the first season, because I just remember that first season.
No, I watched it back and I felt this. I thought I felt the same way, but I watched our first season back and y'all, it wasn't us, it was y'all. Y'all lied. Our first season was really good. I think y'all
everyone else's first season it was.
Yeah, I think y'all had higher expectations for us, because it was LA. And everybody thought they were going to see a certain thing because it's LA, not realizing LA is just as ghetto and urban. Not saying that like.
Well, you know, for me,
you get what I'm saying.
I mean, because at the time when LA was announced, I said when LA was announced, I was already living in LA for 2 years, so like I know what LA looked like.
Right.
I know what LA looked like. My thing was, it felt like there was a lot of conflict, but we didn't have the context. And I was like, I mean, if they're gonna fight, sure, but why? I felt like we didn't always know why.
That's the thing. They didn't really either.
So that was really true to form.
Hi, Scotty. How was the concert?
Well, you look nice.
Yeah, I'm cold. It was raining, and I had a good time.
Okay, good.
But I bet she sang down though, didn't she?
She did. She gave a show, like a show.
It's Fantasia. Of
course. This is my first time seeing Fantasia live.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a scary to play. Fanny does not play.
Well, first of all, Jamar, you did a great job, bitch. You did a great job.
And that's because me and Hershii are friends. So it's not like
it's like talk to my homegirl,
it's not. It wasn't gonna be like, it's not awkward as hell or nothing like that. So you listen. Once I realized that opening act was gonna take forever, I knew that I was gonna be late, and I knew I was either gonna miss it or I was gonna be late. And I told Jamar. Jamar had texted me, and he was like, yes, Fantasia did her lip quiver twice. Well, more than twice. She did the whole show. But Jamar said, "Oh damn, she just now starting." So I'm like, he said we're gonna have to reschedule. So I said, "No, we're not. I I could control it from my phone. But then I started having issues with it because I'm guessing because it was so many people around. That's why it
That's
was
right.
having issues. But we got it together though. We still,
It worked.
I wasn't finna,
I think
it
I was
worked.
hesitant to try to reschedule it because I wasn't sure if Hershey was gonna paint or not, and I was like, if she painted and I had to
That
reschedule
is what I was afraid of. That's why I said I didn't
over
want to.
me.
I didn't want to.
Oh, you could have
Yeah, that's.
asked. I would have told you no, not with this baby. I don't. He be wearing me thin.
Oh, okay. Cause
He
I
be
see,
didn't
wearing
know.
me.
I was like, oh God, don't let her paint
yeah,
it.
that's the thing that I was worried about. That's why I didn't want to reschedule it because I'm like, what if he painted his face? You know what I mean? And I don't want to. That's why I said, nah, we gonna do this the best way we can.
I
So
appreciate y'all.
Because I was like, I didn't because I said she could be in drag or not, but I was like, she did it last time, so she might do it a second time. I
that's
didn't
why I
know.
thought he was gonna do it again. But
Listen, times have changed. Makeup is a task now.
Same face every time. You just switch up the colors.
oh my goodness.
I'm about to
But it
stop
was.
doing that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Scotty.
No, you good. You good. But when Jamar said you are free to go, I said, no, bitch, no, he's not. Like, I need to give my 2 cents before he leave. I'm like right around the corner. Like,
I
around the
was like, because
corner.
I didn't know. I didn't want to hold him here longer than he had to. But
I ain't got shit to do. I'm sitting
I'm
here.
glad you are here. And he was talking about he thought we were gonna be shadier. I'm about to say I would have. I would have loved to be shadier, but I only have 3 episodes.
You didn't see enough. I understand.
And hand holding, relatively. Other than we didn't get to see the episode, Scotty. Did you? Nope.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, and then you had to see the after show too because.
Yeah.
Who's after show?
Your Andre hosted the after show, and Nicole got up there, and they started going at it. It was a mess. It was a mess. And me and Hershii in the comments kikiing.
Girl, the people said, "Can you review the episode, please?"
They said what?
They said, "Can you review the episode, please?" We
Yeah,
tired of
who
y'all
reviewed it?
arguing. Well, Andre was supposed to be reviewing the episode, but he didn't get to review it like he wanted to because him and Nicole got
yeah.
to, spatting.
And then he was going all the way back to episode 1. But while Hershii is here, what were some of the things that you wanted to ask that you can think of?
I want to know why you and King Payne got into it. That was so weird.
Well, we got to it. You'll see next week.
We can't see it. I thought we were gonna see it this week, but we can't.
We thought we was gonna see it this week too, but they pushed it back to next week.
Oh shit! I was ready to see you go off.
Because I remember in the trailer, I'm like, there has to be a good reason. Because Hershii don't bother nobody. Hershii like me. It's just like, so if he up there going off and cussing at somebody did some bullshit.
I'll give you this much. I was having a good time. I was very drunk, and my buzz was being ruined. And that's where I leave it. Now I don't play about my buzz. Like if I'm having a good time, girl, don't bring me no bad news. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
I mean, that's true, especially when you got like a good, good buzz, good high, and somebody on that bullshit. I'm like, bruh.
I had my dark liquor and I was having a good time, and all I'm looking up and just everybody's arguing, and I got a little frustrated.
We might need to have you come on Boys Night Out when that episode
we said
airs.
That last time. I told her, so we said that last time, and we never invited him back because I think that was the season we were doing like a lot of guests, and we didn't really want to do the guests no more.
Yeah.
But we definitely got to have Hershii.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Because the first season of Boys Night Out, it was a whole bunch of guests, and then the second time we said, okay, we're gonna try to make not have
really,
but focus more so on us 5 instead of having a rotating room of guests. But you might have to come up here for just to talk about that.
Yeah. Tell me when.
Just a little bit.
We're gonna have to have you do that.
Oh no, Hershii performs Fridays and Saturdays, though, don't you?
Oh hell.
I mean, sometimes it like not well every Saturday, but I mean, it depends on what time.
Well,
If you give me, I'm about to say, if you give me a time and a day, I'll set the time aside.
the
That's not a
only
big
reason
deal.
why it's Saturday this week for the first show is because of Jamar ass. That's the only reason why it's Saturday. It's supposed to be Friday. But
Gotta film, girl. Gotta go be the movie star. That's funny.
uh,
God bless. But yeah, so we'll definitely have to do that.
I hope they don't drag it too much like Dom and Rico. Maybe it lasts for 2 episodes. Maybe it lasts for 5. You have to watch and see.
Nobody knows. Literally no one.
No, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Literally no one knows. Because no one knows what's going to be used. No one knows what nobody else said.
Mm-mm.
We're all tuning in.
well, I'm gonna say this. I'm glad that you came, even though I wasn't here, but I was here, but I wasn't.
I forgive you. It was Fantasia, so I forgive you.
Yeah,
I let Fantasia give you a slide.
Because who would have been unacceptable?
Huh?
Who would have been an unacceptable person to miss the interview for?
Nobody I think of that I think Scotty would listen to. Like the first person that comes to mind is Iggy Azalea. Like I was like, you shaded me for who?
Child, please.
You shaded me for who? Well,
Iggy. I wouldn't dare go see her concert.
I feel like me and Scotty probably have like the same music taste. If you listen to Fantasia, we probably have a lot of the same music taste. Yeah. So I can't see too many people that I'd be like, okay, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like I would think that he would be into like, the SZAs and the Summer Walkers of the world.
If you shaded me for Summer Walker, I'd be upset.
I don't even like her. I don't even like her.
You left here to go watch her sit down in her chair. We doing that right now.
Or go to Lauryn Hill concert. The bitch don't never even show up.
She wouldn't have been here right now
at all, and I would have been pissed.
But I mean, I got nothing else. Like I said, I loved Hershii, and we gonna have to talk for real when we can see some stuff.
Yeah. I'm letting y'all know next week it's all downhill from here. It's not gonna stop from here. We gave y'all a nice soft open. Next week it's about to it doesn't stop.
Yeah, because we've been fellowshipping. Everybody's been meeting. Oh, you look nice. Nice to meet you. Where's the mess?
The mess is on the way.
It's literally on its way.
After this is over, I'm gonna watch the episode. Once we get up off of here, I'm definitely gonna watch the episode.
After next week, y'all gonna be like, "Woo, we asked for it."
And I appreciate, because I also know there must be some sort of a cash trip, because I remember following Hershii and tweeting about this cash trip, and I'm just like, girl, I don't know what they're taping right now, but I know it's a mess. I don't know what they're taping right now, but I know it is a hot mess. Yeah, me too.
Ooh, I wish we could talk. I wish we could talk. Girl.
Well, child, I'm gonna go ahead and end this for everybody, since that was my job in the first place, since I wasn't here. But I'm gonna talk like I was here. Thank you, Hershii, for being on the Prelude tonight. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Oh my God. We're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have to have you come back, and I will be available. And yeah, we will have more conversation about, because I really want to know why this is happening. I really want to know why.
This amongst other things I'm sure she was pressing for.
Huh?
I want to know about that and some other things that Hershii was present for to give insight on, because that whole Andre and Nicole thing, I'm like, what is going on?
I don't even know what to watch first, that or the actual show.
Watch
mean,
the show
give it for
first, and then you watch the show first.
Oh Lord, okay.
because what they were talking about had nothing to do with the episode.
Oh,
Well,
it didn't.
Not well. Oh no, I lied. She's right. Watch the show first.
Watch the show first.
You're right.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to watch the show first. Then, well, y'all, we finna go. I'm going on end this. They've been up here for over an hour now, so I'm going on and do my production duties and in the broadcast, child.
And
Oh, they
yes,
said
we're
they
still
arguing on
filming.
PTB right now. Oh my God,
Oh, I'm
not
about
them
to
arguing
tiptoe
on
on over there.
TTV.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
I want to see.